Hello, word wanderers. Welcome to my channel, where we explore fun and practical ways to master the English language, one step at a time. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell, so you never miss a lesson. Today, we will be discussing adjectives and adverbs, two important parts of speech that help us describe and modify words in a sentence. An adjective is a word or a group of words that modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. It often appears before the word it modifies and provides more detail about it. Examples: that is a cute puppy. She likes a high school senior. While adjectives often come before the noun or pronoun, they can also appear after, especially with linking verbs. Examples: that puppy looks cute. The technology is state-of-the-art. Now let's talk about adverbs. An adverb is a word, or a group of words, that modifies a verb, an adjective, or even another adverb. Adverbs often tell us how, when, where, or to what extent something happens, in other words, how often or how much. They help add detail and meaning to sentences, just like adjectives do, but they focus on actions or descriptions. Here are some examples. Many adverbs end in ly, but not all of them do. Generally, if a word can take ly at the end of its adjective form, you can add it to make an adverb. For example, she thinks quickly. Ask yourself, how does she think? The answer is quickly, so it's an adverb. But now look at this, she is a quick thinker. Here, quick is describing the noun thinker, so it's acting as an adjective, no ly needed. Now here's an exception, she thinks fast. Fast answers the question how, so it's an adverb, even though it doesn't end in ly. That's because some adverbs, like fast, never take ly. Another example, we performed badly. Badly tells us how we performed, so the ly is correctly added to the adjective bad.
Adverbs that answer the question how can sometimes lead to grammar mistakes, especially when used with linking verbs, like taste, smell, look, and feel. These verbs relate to the senses, and they often require adjectives, not adverbs. Let's break it down. Consider this sentence. Pat's roses smell sweet. Do the roses actively smell something? No, the verb smell here is linking the roses to a description. That means we need an adjective, not sweetly, so the correct form is smells sweet. Another one. The painter looked angry to us. Are we describing the painter's appearance, or saying that the painter was looking with eyes? We're describing appearance, so again, we use the adjective angry, not angrily. But now look at this. The painter looked angrily at the paint splotches. Here, the verb looked shows action. The painter is actively looking with eyes, so we correctly use the adverb angrily. This is a common mistake in sentences like, Ingrid feels badly about the news. We're describing her emotional state, so we need an adjective. Ingrid feels bad about the news. Remember, if the verb connects the subject to a description, like appearance, emotion, or state of being, use an adjective, not an adverb. Adjectives come in three forms, also known as degrees of comparison. The first form is the positive degree. This is the adjective in its normal or basic form, with no comparison. The second form is the comparative degree. We use this to compare two things or people. We often add to the adjective, or use the word more before it, depending on the word. The third form is the superlative degree. We use this to compare three or more things or people, and to show the highest or lowest degree of equality. This often means adding est, or using most. Let's look at some examples. Just like adjectives, adverbs also have three degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, and superlative. The positive degree is the base form. it doesn't show comparison. She speaks clearly. The comparative degree compares two actions. She speaks more clearly than her brother. The superlative degree compares 3 or more actions or people. Of all the candidates, she speaks the most clearly. Now, here's an important tip. In formal English, do not drop the lie from adverbs when forming the comparative or superlative. For example, don't say, she speaks clearer. The correct form is more clearly. And that wraps up our lesson on adjectives and adverbs. We hope you now feel more confident using them correctly, whether you're describing nouns, actions, or comparing things. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new lesson. See you next time.